Hey everyone, and welcome back to Construction Simulator. I have not played this for ages. I think let's jump back into. I think this is the US campaign and this is Europe. Start the game. Yeah, this is the developer players campaign, and single player and go. And so, as you can see, we're in this runway part 2. Interestingly, we were at the straw. Oh, remember that? Yeah, this was the straw special event. And, you know, what I thought I might do is just jump back into the game. And I've completely forgotten what the controls are. And I thought we might just find a new job. There's been a lot of updates since we've done this. And I thought we'd just jump in and have some fun. I want to do one that's, you know, a permanent type job in the land rather than some of these temporary ones. Like on the right hand side, like this transport one, it just keeps on turning up over and over again, these mini jobs. I want something that's going to stay up for a while. I would like something that has some excavation. Actually, this one does. And $100,000 worth. We'll change it to high. And so excavate, yeah. So I'm going to accept that contract. I have completely forgotten what the controls are. I vaguely remember that the D-pad's important. Okay, so up on the D-pad is changing equipment. Left and right goes into the menus. Okay, you don't use that much. Down is help. Okay, so the D-pad up. This is me learning how to play the game again. Was it Y? I can't remember. Like, there was, I think, a map. What was it? Okay, yeah. So the hamburger menu is the map. Where is this job? I'm looking for the exclamation mark. Jobs, silo area. Back. Oh, okay, okay, track Y. Okay, that's what I want. Yeah, a bit rusty here. So yeah, all you people who've been playing a lot recently, you're going, it's terrible, but yeah, we'll work it out. Where is, here it is, way over here. So that's fast travel. That's right, yeah, fast travel. That's what the Y is. I knew Y was important. And let's find out what the job is. Has it got some person that says... No, it says remove topsoil. So, okay, so we need to remove this. I think we can either use the grader or something else. We have a lot out in the world right now. Let's grab my trusty... Okay, we've got 2 things out. Okay, yes, we've got 2 of everything because we're playing multiplayer. So... I think I might store the ones which have a bit of... Actually, no, I'm going to store... What do I want to store? This one's got... Alright, let's get a truck over here. That way we can capture the soil. So I'm going to be a bit random because it has been such a long time since I played this. We'll get a truck over here. That way we can use the excavator and dump the soil into it and then make some money. And then we want... I don't know if we want to use a dump truck, a wheel loader, or an excavator. I think if I remember right, my preference is an excavator. Let me quickly grab this and we'll fast travel over here. It's all coming back to me now. Loading. This has the controls. Okay, so it was... Okay, left button's the viewing thing. That's right. This has the controls, which I like. I prefer how the left and right triggers are each of the tracks going forward, and the top left button, right button, rather than left trigger, right trigger, is backwards. I think Farming Simulator would be much better off if it was like that. mean, I've done this for a bazillion hours. See if I can remember how to do this. Wasn't there a way of... I think if I'm out in the real world, I can... What was the button? I'm trying to remember the button to... Here he goes. X. Okay, X. Coffee break. And we'll go for noon to get some light. So out of the vehicle and X. Okay, X menu. Okay. Well, I am definitely rusty here. And so... Alright, so see if I can remember how to do this. I'm defaulting to Farming Simulator controls here, and it's messing me up a little bit. Alright. I'm going to do this episode real time. Put in the comments whether you prefer this, risky, real time with commentary, or whether you prefer real time and maybe music overlay, or time-lapse with musical overlay. I kind of like just having this type of thing on in the background. But with Construction Simulator, I think it's a little bit ASMR-y. So what will probably happen is you'll just... I think I prefer to do it real time, and then every once in a while, for a while, I'll just shut up and you'll just hear the scooping sounds. So yeah, my plan is just to put this out. I'm planning just to enjoy the game and record them as I go, and I'll put them out randomly. I don't know if this is the best implement to do this. I remember having episodes where we talked about graders versus dozers versus stuff. If I remember right, the dozer causes the soil just to be evaporated, and that's actually how you're making the progress. It is coming back to me though. Yeah, I might need to reposition that truck. I don't know if it's in the best spot. Yeah, I'm having to turn too much. So Y to get out. Y to, actually, you have to go inside the driver's door. Y to go in. X, menu, fill, sell. That's right. Hopefully that's not a bad spot. Oh yeah, it's coming back to me. I've only played this game like 200 hours. It should come back to me. Yeah, the camera angle thing, that's right. The left stick being pressed down as a button. It's, I remember now that it's very easy as you're using the stick to do movement of the head. It's very easy to press it down by mistake. Oh, that's right. I changed Xbox controller because I had literally worn out the resistance on the left stick because of this, and I actually swapped out the controller from my lounge room for a newer Xbox. Why can't I go backwards? There we go. Because the resistance had gone away. Alright. Well, 12% already. Trying to get a big scoop here, maximize time versus effort. Yeah, this is coming back to me. If you're looking for multiplayer games, there's a Facebook group for Construction Simulator. Actually, there's also one for Farming Simulator. I think the Farming Simulator one's called Farming Simulator 1922, and the Construction Simulator one's just called Construction Simulator, I think. There's people always asking for help and also offering to help. So if you want to do some multiplayer stuff, that Facebook group is not... It's a pretty good place to hang out and find a game to play. I'm taping this in... What is this? May 2024, and it's relatively soon after the... I think it was called Update 3 or something came out. I can't remember what it was called, but more importantly, it's the one that added all of the cross-play support. So if you're on console, you can now play the PC, and like PlayStation can play with Xbox, for example. So, and also I saw some people mentioning that there's voice as well. So in-game voice is supported, so you can chat. So you don't have to resort to like using a separate Discord server or something. So yeah, if you're interested in multiplayer, I mean, I don't tend to play multiplayer like publicly like that much. I've done it a couple of times, but yeah, if you're looking for a game to jump into, there's a big community of people who just want to dig. There's particular contracts or episodes where the game doesn't really restrict you going down. So currently you can see how this is like bedrock and it won't let you go further. There's certain phases where it'll let you go down a long way into the ground, and they make more of a quarry situation, so they make ramps for themselves, and those people are always looking just to have fun with people and yeah, do a massive dig. So particularly if you're an excavator type person, then there's definitely some communities out there for you. Alright, I think it's time to reposition. Oh, muscle memory is coming back. Not surprising. You would assume that 200 hours of gameplay would make you learn something. I don't remember the keystrokes too well. I remember the driving, but all this X and Y and A and B stuff is still a bit rusty. I think having it next to me like that did pretty well. So I think I might do that again. Y. So Farming Simulator uses X to get in and out of vehicles, so that's why I keep on pressing X. Oh, can I get in there? There we go. Let's get a camera angle where we can see what we're doing. Oh, it's a bit close. Oh, we might have to get back a bit. There we go. I can't remember. Is there a zoom in, zoom out? Was it? I can't remember if there's a. Ah, yeah, there's a zoom level, isn't there? Okay, yes. So you left stick is toggling the mode, which you can see it in the bottom right corner, and the right stick when you're in camera mode is giving you 3 zoom levels. So let's use the first zoom level. Oh, that was a terrible scoop. Oh, now I'm back to front. Alright, that's forward. Okay. Yeah, a bit rusty. Get that corner over there done. Yeah, I'm trying to get nice long stripes, but I'm not succeeding too well. Yeah, I'm only getting like half buckets. It's not very efficient. Yeah, I don't know if the excavator is the best way of doing this type of depth. I think the wheel loader might be more efficient. So the Liber pack has come out since I last played. Actually, about maybe 2-3 weeks ago. So we'll have to give that a go. I'm such a big fan of the cats, though. I am a little bit biased. I know when the Sany pack came out, S-A-N-Y. I think that was the last video I did, maybe. We compared the new Sany equipment, and I went in there assuming that the cat was going to win still, and I was right. The Sany still didn't have the capacity or the speed. The thing is, the bucket size of the cat mixed with its movement speed. I mean, you can have a bigger capacity, but if the hydraulics don't move as fast, it's still not going to be the most amount you can get in a certain time period. Oh, these buckets are getting way too small. I need to get much bigger buckets. I dropped that bucket. Maybe I should be using a wheel loader. The problem with the wheel loader is you spend so much time driving. It loses all of its efficiency. I saw a couple of notes saying that the dirt physics had maybe been improved. I'm not seeing anything overly obvious. As far as dirt physics, I'm not seeing it flow any different from what I remember. So yeah, if you know of any dirt physics changes, tell us what they are. I think one of the things that changed is you can't go left and right anymore if you're under the ground. What are we up to? 39%. Oh, what's that? Yeah, the construction mode. What was that? You hold down Y. There it is. So I'm looking at the circle in the middle, the ring. So that's nearly full. Couple more scoops done here. Yeah, I don't think I'm using the best piece of equipment for this. It's not very efficient. Alright, so Y to get out. Haha, I remembered it. And then X. Is it trying to... I think I've got a feeling I'm trying to load it or unload it by accident. Y. And then coffee break. We'll go back to noon. So let's get that bit at the back there, which I missed. Remember not to curl the bucket too early, so I can get through a little bit more dirt. That's a bit of spill I made, I think. Yeah, the trick is to kind of be 90 degrees to the ground always. I think there's a couple more stripes to be had right there. 47%. Oh. Oh, don't jam. Have a look at that construction menu thingy. Alright, so it's a bit... It's a bit of a mess. I think we'll deal with most of that later. Let's get the bulk of this done. That zoom level working again for us. Yeah, I keep on scooping, curling the bucket too early. I assume because this is a big silo, there's going to be a lot of craning to get the height up. Actually, we may even be forming the, if it's a concrete silo, we may even be using the concrete pump to do something. So there might be a lot of form work. Ooh, 51%. Nice. Yeah, keep that curling going. Look at where we need to do. Yeah, I thought there was a big area there. Right here. I think we can drive forward a bit. It's all coming back to me. Yeah, I bought the year 1 and year 2 season passes, but I really haven't leveraged them. I started the airport stuff and only got basically 1 mission into that, and just, you know, things happened and I just didn't get around to it. Well, mainly what happened is I just got back into Farming Simulator. And then the spaceport expansions come out since then, which I don't know if it's in season 1 or season 2, but I think it actually might be in season 1. So yeah, I am a little bit guilty of buying stuff in my Steam library that never gets used. I definitely have a fair few games where I keep on buying DLC and never even touching that part of the game, particularly American Truck Simulator. I am terrible. I keep on buying the maps and never going back to them. If you're looking for a different type of simulator, there's a game called Tower Simulator, which is air traffic control. Version 2 was pretty good. Version 3 is, they redid the 3D engine. It's not really this quality. It's not the farming sim, construction sim type quality, but it's up there. And you use your voice, and so you go, hey, you know, you might say, you know, United 123, runway 15 left, approved for landing. And it's all done through voice. And then when they're on the ground, you might say, you know, United 123, runway 18 left, taxi via Alpha Zulu, hold short of taxiway Charlie, or whatever. And so you move them all around And the goal is obviously like a real aircraft or a real airport. Make them so they don't hit each other and they stay on schedule. And it's one of those games where you're not quite sure whether you're going to like it. And I guarantee you 99% of people who play it will absolutely love it. I remember when number 2 came out, which is a long time ago. My young daughter at the time, I think she may have been 8, she was playing it like a pro. And so she just had the mind to orchestrate everything. So if you're looking for a new simulator game and you kind of want to move away from the driving type ones, which is basically what this and Farming Simulator are, yeah, I highly recommend. And also, yeah, American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator. Yeah, if you're looking for something that's kind of in the simulation genre, but it isn't like your City Skylines or Transport Fever type stuff, yeah, I highly recommend it. It's a 3D world. It's all voice based. I've seen various people with different accents use it, and it's pretty good. All the credit needs to go to Microsoft for that. It's using their speech recognition. It just uses inbox Windows speech recognition. It does a really good job because it's only trying to listen for phrases that it recognizes. Now, this is my point, which I'm way too slow to get back to. DLC. So it comes with about 5 airports of varying difficulty. So your tiny little airstrip in some, you know, remote island where there's hardly any traffic, like Bermuda or something. And then it goes all the way through to your big ones like LAX or Dallas or something like that, all the base ones. But the way that this tiny little company is making its money or keeping afloat is it releases a new airport about every 4 weeks, and they're $20. So the game's like $59.99, I think, or $39.99. But that's not what gets you. What gets you is the airports. And so, yeah, a new one comes out about every 4 weeks. You go, oh, that's cool, and you buy it, or you buy the version that's maybe 1 or 2 behind, which is on usually like a 15% discount when the new one comes out. And before you've known it, you've bought 10, 15 airports, and you've spent $200, $300, $400 on this stupid game. I'm okay with that. Well, actually, I was talking about this on my other series with Mrs. Donut the other day, which is the Clarkson's Farm, by Clarkson's Farm one, which is Farming Simulator. We're doing a co-op, and we're trying to buy Jeremy Clarkson's farm on the Chipping Norton map. And so we started with nothing, and we're building our money up, and the idea is just to buy Clarkson out, and that's the end of the series. Yeah, we're talking about it. It's like, as long as the DLC is producing an entertainment value, that's okay. So like with these airports, let's say you get them for $15. Well, let's say full price. Say you get it for $20. Well, what are you going to pay to go to a movie? So a movie these days is at least $10, probably closer to $20. And so a movie's giving you about 2 hours, if you're lucky, if it's a Marvel one or something, or maybe 3 hours of entertainment. And so realistically, you're paying roughly $10 an hour for that entertainment. And so as long as the DLC is at kind of what we say the movie rate, because it's kind of a special thing when you buy a DLC, and it's kind of a special thing when you go to the movies, right? As long as it's giving you that much value, it's okay. You shouldn't regret spending the money. Much like you shouldn't regret spending $10 on going out and getting, you know, fast food or Starbucks or something. You enjoyed the experience, and it's a good idea to spend money on yourself at roughly the $5 to $10 an hour ratio. It's a pretty fair deal. So as much as you may say, hey, if you look back on it and say, hey, I've spent $200 on DLC for this game, as long as you've got some enjoyment out of it, that's fine. That's it. You know, you don't need to worry about justifying it. You know what I mean? I mean, same thing goes with, particularly things like Starbucks and stuff. It's like, if you actually add it up, yeah, you've spent a lot of money getting coffee, but you enjoyed it. It gave you an experience. It got you out of the house. It maybe even connected you with your community, and that's a good thing, right? You get to if you've been to a place often enough, you get to say hi to the counter staff and ask them how their day's going, and you know, it's fun to do that. And so, yeah, don't over stress about spending $5 on yourself, particularly for your mental health. All right, how are we getting here? We're up to 75%. Bit of a diatribe there, but yeah, hopefully, yeah. From a tower simulator point of view, yeah, I recommend it. It's addictive. It's an endless game, so there's a schedule. Well, not really endless, but you know, there's planes scheduled throughout the day, and yeah, if you start at 8 in the morning, there's still going to be planes coming in at 8 at night. You can do 12 hours. It's all real time-ish. Well, I highly suggest you don't change the time factor above 1:1 because you'll just get saturated. You won't be able to keep up. But we want this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Oh, it's coming back. Yeah, it's getting there. Do I want to move that truck? I think I might move that truck. Where do I want this? I think it was kind of good there in the middle. So, camera angle thingy. I should just put it over here. That's right, you have to go in from the cab side on the excavator. Actually, I might pick up that little thing that got that ridge. %. What other games do I have? I bought a simulator called Winter Resort. There was a Steam sale and it was like 80% off. And I have not played it yet. I looked at the trailer and the gameplay for like 20 minutes and I went, oh, this looks okay. And you're in a ski field and you grooming the slopes and stuff like that. So at some point I'm actually going to start that thing and give it a go. And I probably will make one episode, and then I've got the feeling that I'm not going to like it and it's a waste of money. But I think I got it like for $4 or $6 rather than 30 or something. But what other simulator games do I have? And of course there's things like Flight Simulator. I used to play X-Plane 11 a lot. And then X-Plane 12 came out and it was a little bit buggy, so I avoided that. And it also came out at the same time as Flight Simulator. And somehow I got an invite for the beta. And it didn't have, I'm a 737 type pilot, and it didn't have a 737. I think it was an Airbus instead, or whatever it was. It just wasn't a plane that I wanted to fly. So I lost all interest in Flight Simulator. And then kind of dove into, I think that's when Construction Simulator came out, I think. That was the competition. So I went from being planes to this. Transport Fever 2 is another good one out there. It's probably due for Transport Fever 3 soon. A lot of the YouTubers in that space have actually abandoned it. So they don't play it anymore. The argument is that it's just repetitive. I don't know if that's true or not. I think they probably could still get some views. Talking about views, if you looked at the most of the creators out there, all the YouTube views are way down. If you look at what people like, you know, obvious people like Biffa and the other big YouTubers were getting, and like so Biffa for City Skylines 2, Daggerwind for the farming simulator space. They used to get like 1 million views when the games came out, so sure, that's a peak when they come out. Then about a year later, they were down to 100,000 views, and now sometimes they're lucky if they even get 10,000 views. I think some of that's the algorithm, and some of it's just interest in the game. People just aren't interested in a game 2-3 years after it comes out. I mean, one of the reasons I've actually come back to this is I have noticed that a lot of the views on my channel are still based on some super old construction simulator videos. So for those people, I wanted to give them some content. So that's probably you guys. So it's because you watch the old stuff. That's why we are here now doing it again. Also, I just wanted to do it again. I just miss it. Particularly with the Libra pack coming out and me spending money on the season pass. It's like, yeah, you should give it a go. And actually, I'm really glad I have. I haven't played this for, it's probably 6 months. And even though I've just been playing this for 30 minutes, this is really fun. I forgot how much fun this is. There's something, I don't know, calming. Whoops. Trust the camera angle to move just as I was being chill. Yes, something very calming about just scooping dirt. I remember in my day, I'm quite old, I'm a child of the 70s. I remember just enjoying being in a big sandbox with friends, and we had our marbles and we made these little marble runs. One of the coolest things I have ever seen in my life, and I think this was like, I want to say 1980, is we're at this like a mining show, like trade show thing. For some reason, I don't know why we were there, but we were there. And someone had the equivalent of what you see right now. They had an excavator and they had a dump truck. I want to say they had a crushing plant. And this is way before computers. This is way before like remote control, battery type stuff was possible. And the whole thing was pneumatic. Now I don't want to know if it was water or air, but it was one of those. And he had this whole mine set up, and he was scooping up dirt like this and dumping it in the truck, and then driving the truck kind of up out of the quarry and then into this crushing area, a crushing plant. And yeah, it was all based on pneumatics, and you know, obviously he had this big, huge controller desk thing. And I just sat there and watched it for ages. I think I must have been quite young. So young that, you know, he wasn't going to let someone else play with it of that age. But I remember that fondly. And I know these days it's all done through RC, and I think it's in Germany. Like, I keep on getting suggested this in, you know, TikToks and your Facebooks and stuff. I get video content of these people doing it all through remote controlled vehicles. I like that they've got a decent scale to them. So yeah, if I ever go somewhere where that's a big community, I think it's Germany, I'm definitely gonna take the opportunity to drop into one of those things and see that running. If you're a train person, there's a museum, I suppose you'd call it, called Miniature Wonderland in Germany. I believe it's the #1 tourist attraction in Germany. And it is a tremendously huge model railway. I think it's HO scale, I want to say. And they have, apart from the trains going around, they have a lot of autonomous type vehicles. And so they have an airport, they have a whole sea thing, so all these like container ships and stuff like that going around. So yeah, that's another really cool place to go see if you get a chance. I think that's in Germany. It seems that there's a pretty big community in Germany about that type of entertainment. We're at 98%. A bit more. I think this area should do it. 99. Close. I'm just trying trying to see somewhere obvious. Those shadows aren't helping. Still 99. Try. Nope. It's gonna be somewhere that's obvious. Okay, kind of here. Yeah, there's a little yellow line at the far end as well that might explain it. Come on. Yeah, talking of Tower 3D, or Tower Simulator, I think I might actually do some more episodes on that. There's been tons more airports come out, and I know a quality of life update came out. There it is. So I might do some Tower 3D again. I think in general on the channel I might do some more random stuff. So yeah, I'm not sticking to any particular schedule at this point. I'm just putting out videos when I feel like it. Probably won't be doing more than every 2 or 3 days. I don't want to do daily. I'm not interested in doing daily. Get some more money. Another $5,000. Get the camera angle around so we can see it change. Alright, now what? Compact the soil. So, do we have a compactor? Asphalt soil, there it is. And then it was, let me get this right. Was it hamburger? Yeah, hamburger. Yeah, I'm starting to remember. And then fast travel's holding down Y. And then, if I remember right, you have X to turn on the vibration unit. So it says we're only at 1% for the contract. That's concerning. How big is this contract? I got a feeling we may be doing this for a fair few episodes. If this is only 1%? Well, it looks like we've got our own new little mini-series going on here. Yeah, put in the comments if you want me to do the spaceport. I know other people have done it. I think it's like 100 hours of effort. I'm not overly fussed that I've bought something that I haven't played. You know, really I just want to play something that I enjoy. And the Season 1 pass, I've got stuff out of it. I got new equipment and stuff. I'm happy with that. Oh, why haven't I been playing this game more often? This is fun. Been doing way too much crops, going up and down with a stupid harvester. Yeah, so if you're new to the channel or haven't seen the other stuff, there's basically 4 parts to the channel. There is a farming simulator series called the Everything Challenge, where basically we're doing absolutely everything, every DLC, every crop, all at the same time. The series is up to 80s. It's probably going to finish at around 90, 95, 100. It is basically close to done. We're just doing our last harvest, and there's like, I think, some mod-based productions to put down, but that's about it. There's another series called Buying Clarkson's Farm, which Mrs. Donut and myself, as in my wife and I, are on the Chipping Norton map, which is where, you know, the town that Jeremy Clarkson has his farm, and then there's, so that's those two. That's two farming simulators. Then there's a thing called First Hour, where I just play a game for the very first hour. So like, for example, that winter resort thing I was talking about would be on that, where I just play 1 hour. And then we have all the legacy construction simulator stuff. It does tend to get split up into each campaign. So there's a USA playlist and a European playlist. I think that's about it. So with that, and it being roughly 3/4 of an hour, we'll call that the end of this episode. And I assume that's going to be a deep excavation. I think we're making some type of pit. So these two things will get used again. We'll see you next time. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I've been Developer Plays, otherwise known as Donut. And welcome to the channel if you're new, and if you're an oldie, welcome back. And look forward to seeing more Construction Simulator content in the near future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.